Hi there, welcome to On Stuff with Jeff, where I'm Jeff and I talk about my stuff. On today's Crypto Metallum, we're going to be answering the 20 questions for Scott over at the Rock Scout. It's the Metal Tag 2022. You know, because when the Rock Scout calls, we always answer. As many return viewers may know, I listen to a lot of extreme metal, mostly black metal and death metal. But, you know, I know the Rock Scout covers a lot of more traditional forms of metal, so I'm going to include some of these here. So let's get started with the questions. Okay. Let's see. Number one, favorite reissue of 2021. Okay. I don't have a lot of older albums that were reissued last year, but I do have this one, which I really quite enjoy. They did a very good job. It's Premier Chant from Osawea, originally out in 2019. This was reissued 2021. It was put out by Sepulchral Productions. They're a fantastic, all-around metal noir Québécois band of that particular style. It's a great album. I'll hold that up again just in case you guys didn't get a good look at it. I mean, the visuals on it are pretty good. It's got a little insert here, the lyrics, and a blow up of all the images that were inside the CD paper. Looks really cool. And of course, this is pretty much my favorite color vinyl album that I have. It's just I originally purchased this on pre-order in March. Didn't get it until I think September, October. It was worth the wait. Sepulchral Productions really outdid themselves with this. Look at that. That looks fantastic. Hopefully you can see. Oh yeah, the cover thing. Anyway, that's my answer for the first question. Okay, now let's see. Number two, band you discovered in 2021. Well, again, this is easy. This one here. Nordic Winter. Again, they're a Quebec-based black metal band, a Canadian black metal band. These guys are this guy is from Saint Eustache. What does he call himself again? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway. They're really solid. Kind of maybe a little on the depressive side, but not too much. Atmospheric black metal, really good stuff. Hypnotic Dirge out of BC. They offered buy two for like a reduced price. So I thought, I gave it a go. I like to support small bands, and I'm not disappointed. So they both put out 3 albums in 2021. This is the first one. This is the second one, and their newest one has some classic artwork on the cover, and I haven't picked that one out yet. But Nordic Winter, great band. I quite enjoy them. Okay, number 3. Album with an outstanding vocal performance. Okay. Now this was a tough one because there's another band on my list that I really wanted to put this, but I will choose this one here. They're a band out of Ottawa, black metal, depressive black metal, Mace Skieran. This is I think the second album. I haven't been able to pick up the first one, called Interlude. As you can see, that's kind of like this person's really down on himself. There's there goes really, really cool looking little sigil, design there, which I really liked. And why would I put this guy on that, as my choice for that question? Just the way he performs, just the wailing and this, not like emo, but, angry crying. He does such a fantastic job. Honestly, give it a listen at the very least. They're for this another one from Hypnotic Dirge. Hypnotic Dirge is a pretty good Canadian distro. Okay, now let's see, gap filler. Well, I have to say this one, Opeth. I kind of feel, as they've gone on, I just don't feel, I'm not really feeling it. What was that one? The most, I don't think it was the most recent one. The one with Sorceress on it. That was a good one. But like this one here, what's this called? I can't. Pale Commune. See, they were one of my favorite bands, and I can't even remember the name of this album. I don't remember anything about this album at all. I may have only listened to it like once or twice. I mean, again, they, the packaging, the graphics look great, but just, I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Cheap Pickup from 2021, number 5. There could have been some other ones, but this Moving Monoliths from on Vendetta, Wilt. This is another band that another Canadian black metal band, kind of atmospheric black metal, but with a lot of doom. Okay, not a lot of doom elements, but there is an unmistakable doom tone to it. Yeah, the instrumentation and the guitar in the background kind of has that droning, as opposed to the the typical black metal stuff. Really, really good band, and I got this for like $15. It was, I'm very happy I got it. I also got the CD, but let's take a look. So it's pretty, like the lyric sheet's pretty basic, nothing to really to see there. And black vinyl, but it's a good album, and I'm glad, $15 Canadian, and I got a solid vinyl. Only 4 songs on it. Oh, stay there, buddy. Okay. It was a good purchase. I guess it's not really that cheap, but when I have to sometimes pay like $30, $35 Canadian for vinyl, if I buy it from outside of the country, $15 is a good deal. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. 6, favorite artwork from a new release. Okay, this one goes to Ultratomb, Abyss Mortifier. A lot of people were not really super happy with this album. It's good, but I can see how it's a little. People were expecting them to be maybe on par with their previous album, which was amazing. Just since I'm talking about artwork here, why don't I just show you the artwork? It's the only thing I don't like about CDs. So you have to be careful, but yeah, look at that. That's freaking awesome. Pretty blah. It's like Lovecraftian and just crazy. Okay, there you go. Ultratomb, Abyss Mortifier. And let's see, 7, favorite track from 2021. This one was from a split. This is a split of Ifrenak and Pan American Native Front. published on Gotrex. Like, look at that. Like, this is, see, this is, I had to choose between this and the recent Ultratum for best artwork, because look at that. It's just like unbelievable. That's fantastic. But again, it's a split with Ifrenak and Pan American Native Front, and the song that I'm choosing is my favorite is from Pan American Native Front, and that one is War Belts of Death to the Garrisons. My God, that's a fantastic song, and I know a lot of you have already heard of these guys, or heard of that particular song. But give it a listen. Pick this up if you can. I don't know. The vinyl is, as a lot of stuff put out by Ifrenak, at least, tends to go up in price really, really quickly. So there you go. That's a fantastic song. Fighting back against the colonizers. Okay, number 7, Earworm Song. Now this is an Ifrenak song. This is off of, oh my God, my eyes. I always forget the name of this one. Skin, Stone, Blood, Bone. It's an album. The theme is hunting. And it's again from Goat Rex. And that song is, let's see, Gespekawagi Batnikawanu. Now, why? It's a short song, and basically all it is him repeating that line over and over and over again. It's just funny, and it just sticks in your head. Stuff like, it's pretty freaking hilarious. Yeah, Gespekawagi black metal. There you go. Okay. I don't know. Lately I have had Xanadu in my head as well. Not the Rush song, but you know the one I'm talking about, the one with the roller skates. But anyway, let's see. Number 9, 2 albums destined to be culled. Okay. Now, I like to collect stuff, so I sometimes I just like to have stuff there just to take up space, which I guess is what that is. Anyway, Dead Heart in a Dead World from Nevermore. Now, their albums before this were really good. Unfortunately, I don't own any of them, but this was the first one I actually picked up. I mean, it looks, it's pretty standard 90s looking, cool graphics, but it just wasn't. It just isn't memorable. So yeah, that one. I mean, how much could I talk about an album that I'm not really crazy about? I think I reviewed this in one of the previous videos. I picked it up because they were a local band. But yeah, Diager, they put out another one. I think they put out 2. What is it? Drinking Songs for the Dead. Sounds like a pretty cool idea. But yeah, that's pretty much what the song. It's it just seems like someone trying to sound a bit like White Zombie, not quite pulling it off. Mostly they're like partying and stuff. I know maybe they kind of really liked Pantera or something, but not that they sound like Pantera. Like I said, it's more. So I don't know. I feel bad talking shit about local bands, especially. But yeah, that's like meh, whatever. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Number 10, a band you like but are not into right now. Here's another Quebecois black metal album. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of those. Because they're right now in Canada with the exchange and the shipping, buying Canadian bands, or at least bands that are on Canadian labels, is affordable for me right now. But I like Fortress, but I just found like, I don't know, maybe overload on them kind of, yeah, they're not really feeling it. There's so many other Metal Noir Québécois bands out there that have slightly different, just there are different ways, different styles, different band, right? Obviously, but yeah, maybe I'll come back to these eventually. Maybe they'll come out with a new album that'll really catch my eye or my ear or whatever. But for the rest, let's see. 11 90s album recommendation. Okay. Now, Scott mentioned that this was a dark time for metal, and not a dark time, just like a difficult time, and while I was really tempted to bring in some black metal recommendations, that was really a golden age. That was the beginning of black metal and death metal. So, for me, being a fan of extreme metal, that was really where everything was just getting started, not kind of dying off. But yeah, a lot of like the, more traditional bit, like, new wave, British heavy metal, Canadian, American heavy metal, thrash, speed metal, that stuff was kind of like, kind of, I don't know, losing its own inspiration, I suppose. So what I chose was Testament. I've got to say, I actually, when I thought of this album for the video, I listened to it and I like, wow, man, how, like, this is one of Chuck Billy's strongest vocal performance on this album. It's just phenomenal. So yeah, pick this up, give it a listen. Yeah, Testament Low, fantastic album. Okay, now what's the next question? Next question, 12. A 7-inch which sold an album to you. Now, I don't own any 7-inches. The last 7-inch I owned was a 68 RPM 100-year-old record of Hello Dolly. Unfortunately, when I was a kid, I was moving the stereo cabinet and it rested on top of the record and cracked it. Because if you know those old 70 or 78s, whatever, 68, 78 records, they were like very, very thick but very brittle. And unfortunately, anyway, so another interpretation of that question, which we were given an option to, was like just any song that kind of sold a band or an album to you. And honestly, it was Memento Vivere from this. I picked up their first album only on digital because I couldn't get at the time, all you guys releasing albums in like November, like late November and December. How am I supposed to buy all these? I've got Christmas, So, I mean, I can't afford to set aside, $40 or, whatever. Anyway, so I picked this one, their second one up, Ataraxia on CD. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up vinyl of one of their two albums. But yeah, Memento Vivere. These guys are, they're kind of called like, was it post black metal or something like that? I love, they got like the black metal vocals, a little bit of angry. And what I like about it is the guitar works, has just enough distortion on it that it reminds me of my favorite Cure music. If you like, I mean, to go the obvious one would be Disintegration. There are other songs like there are some songs from Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, or even Charlotte Sometimes, yeah, really, really good stuff. And again, that was an earworm for a bit. And their first album, which I got a digital copy of, yeah, really, really catchy, really good stuff. And yeah, it's good stuff. Don't let, post black metal as a title fool you. These guys are good. Okay, buddy, you're going to stay right there, I guess. Okay, let's see. Let's let's see, where are we here? Yeah, 13. An epic song of 8 minutes or more. Again, I could have done like any number of, like, I could have chosen summoning, summoning songs. But because they are black metal, but they are epic. So I decided to choose off my favorite Mastodon album, Crack the Sky, the final track, The Last Baron. It's just like, this whole album is great, but that song is just like, they kind of throw all of the new innovation, the new musical styles that they put into this album, and it's loud and it's long and it's dramatic, and it's just got everything you want from a heavy metal. Man, this is fantastic. Yeah, The Last Baron. Let's see. Okay, 14. Opinion on Record Store Day. Well, I just haven't had any money, on when that day rolled around, so I didn't really participate. So I mean, I don't. Yeah, that's it. Like, I think there's a couple other answers where like, I don't. So I hope to hear some good stories, I guess, when people answer that, because I just, I don't know. Let's see, on to the next one. What part of okay, 15. What part of your music setup would you change? A lot. Honestly, I'd like to have a better quality turntable. I'd love to have better quality, like better speakers. I mean, all the stuff I have, well, maybe I'll do a clip right now. Okay, here it is. Not much to look at, and yes, it's in my bedroom, our bedroom. The tape deck on there doesn't work. I helped during an election campaign. I helped some guy move to Chesterfield into his basement. Chesterfield is what we call a sofa in Canada, if you don't know. And a couple of years later, he saw me walking, because I like to do a lot of walking, and he gave me his son's old analog stereo system. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the tape deck to work. I may not be attaching it right, but oh well, whatever. And then, as you can see, like those speakers up there, I can't get them to work. So I'm using some old speakers from my parents' old television setup from years ago, and there's the stereo I use. So I plug the that thing there into here, and I can plug that thing. Well, my iPad can plug into it as well. But yeah, it's not really super high quality, but it does the job, So there you go. So yeah, it's not that great. So next question. Let's see. Okay, 16. Biggest music-related disappointment of 2021. Well, honestly, it has to like so many amazing albums came out in the last month and a half. Right at the time when I'm already strained for cash, and I missed out on a few of them. So yeah, so for me, that was a disappointment. It wasn't necessarily quality music; it was the time in which they came out. So hopefully, there are some bands, I hope they do reissues, or I hope they still have some left over. But yeah, what can I say? Let's see here. What do we got here? 17. An album you're expecting in 2022. An album I'm expecting in 2022. Wow, I don't think I've actually thought that far ahead. I've been really trying hard to keep up with the current releases, as well as, building my my collection of past releases. But have I heard of anything? I don't know. I heard Bruce Dickinson is working on a solo album. Um, that guy from Nordic Winter. Uh, Apparently he has an album coming out for a different band this year. I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I don't have really a good answer for that one. I thought I did, but I thought maybe I could come up with one. While I was setting up, but oh well. Let's see. 18. Who would you like to release a solo album? Well, a lot of the music I listen to is put out by one-man shows or one-lady shows, I guess. Well, no, I don't actually can't think of any that are just one woman. But anyway, the answer, for me would have to be Geddy Lee from Rush. And I would actually like to see him do a blues album. All his own stuff, or with just enough of the classics. But I would love to see what Geddy Lee can do with that bass, outside of Rush, because he is extremely talented. I just want to hear him play blues. I hope you like that answer. I mean, yeah. Let's see. Placeholder you'd repurchase in better condition. Well, this one is actually I also had the live album, their live album, but I chose this one, Mountain Climbing, from Mountain, a band that is very big, inspired a lot of heavy metal. It has a lot of their classic ones like Mississippi Queen on it. Just really it's a fantastic, solid album. And I would love to pick this up if a new version, a new copy of it, because I got this at that used record store on. I've talked about them before, on the Lakeshore in Mississauga. So got this for, I think it was like $5 or something. So yeah, what's it? Is there anything? Okay, and the final question. Question 20. Due to cost or availability, what album have you yet to get? Well, with that one, honestly, I would really love to pick up not just their most recent Panopticon, but a lot of their back catalog. But I just can't. To Canada, the shipping is $30. So I would be paying between $50 and $60 for a new release, and I just can't do it. At least I can't do it right now. Maybe when I get the income tax, I'll be able to pick something up. But yeah, it's $50 to $60 is quite a lot of money to spend. So yeah, yeah. There you go. It's not the fault of it's not Bind Room's fault. It's not the fault of any of the distributors, whatever. It's just the cost of shipping is so much right now, and so yeah. And I guess that's the end of the questions, and for another year. I hope you guys like the answers, and I look forward to seeing all the different videos, and just remember to say in the title of your video, Metal Tag 2021, okay, or 2022. Anyway, so thanks.